Well, many people might be experiencing some anxiety as the holidays approach. So today we've got Steve Carlton here with us, a licensed clinical social worker and a certified addiction specialist. We always love having you here with us. Thanks for
Great to be
coming
with
in.
you.
Okay, we were just talking about during the ad break. I mean, there's so much pressure sometimes to make this like the perfect couple of months, and then that's not how life works. So
That's right.
can you talk a little bit about what you tend to see,
Yeah.
especially in this time between Thanksgiving and Christmas?
Yeah, I think there's two things you get a lot of in the holiday season: Mariah Carey and increased stress.
Yeah, there you go. That's the gamut right
That's
there.
right. Yeah, and it's a common time people are going through financial strain.
Yeah.
You're traveling, your routines are getting mixed up, and you're spending a lot of time with family maybe you don't spend time with typically.
Yeah. And so do you start to see things like anxiety or anything else start to kind of creep into the conversation?
Absolutely, yeah. It's normal to feel stressed. Holidays are a happy time, and they're
Yeah.
also a very stressful time. And so I think people notice that their bodies are more tense, their breathing gets a little bit more shallow. You start to procrastinate things because you have so much on your list, and that stress and anxiety starts to creep up.
Okay, so what would you suggest like as a good starting point for maybe somebody's at home today going, oh my gosh, that's how I feel maybe right now?
Yeah, yeah. I think the best thing to do is to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Like that, hearing your own thoughts out loud. The thing that drives anxiety is the story that we tell ourselves about it, about why we're experiencing or why we shouldn't be experiencing that. Well, there's a lot of judgment that comes in our own head. So
Yeah.
talking about those things out loud, taking a 5-minute walk,
Yeah.
trying to stick to your routines as much as possible.
And knowing it doesn't have to be perfect, right? That's kind of part of the charm of the holidays
That's
a little
right.
bit. The one thing that I think about a lot during the holidays is maybe
Mm-hmm.
for folks who have lost someone at this time or experiencing loss,
Yeah.
what is kind of your advice to them or maybe the friends and family around them right now?
Absolutely. I think, especially if you're losing like older family and friends, and traditions can go by the wayside and start to
Right.
shift. And so, anything you can do to sort of bring and honor that person and sort of that special
Right.
dish that they would make every holiday, or that movie that everybody would go out and watch together, like whatever that is, trying to stick to those routines and those traditions as much as possible can really honor people and help people get through those tough times if they're struggling.
And what is your advice to those who are maybe already, even before the holidays, was facing some anxiety or depression? What is your advice on being able to take care of yourself and not letting it kind of compound and layer in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, again, talking about it, making sure that you're taking time to talk about what's going on, making sure you're taking time for yourself. Setting boundaries is a good
Yeah.
idea. And when we think about setting boundaries, it's not setting rules for other people, it's setting rules for ourselves, right? Like, this is how I will respond. And being able to predict crises. Like, can you predict like times during the holiday season that are going to be
Yeah.
more stressful? And what are you going to do when that inevitable thing pops up?
Inevitably happens, right? Well, thank you so much for coming in. The holidays is also about self-care, so we can't forget that. We really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
my pleasure. Thank you.
We'll get